Hey guys, just before this video starts, I just wanted to make a special mention to my dear mum. It's her birthday today. I just wanted to say that happy birthday. I love you very much. This video is dedicated to my mum. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Ciao, ciao. Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. It's only been a few days since my last upload, but today I wanted to get outside and enjoy the beautiful day. Granted, the day is nearly over, the sun is setting, but it's still beautiful outside. And I wanted to head down to the park once again to talk to you guys about something that's been quite sudden for me. It's been something that I've been wanting to talk about for the past few weeks. I really didn't even know where to start. The subject, you might be wondering, or if you've seen the title, you probably know what it's going to be, but it's about God. I've never really been sure what I believed, and it's only just been recently, maybe in the past month and a half or so, that a lot of questions been popping up into my mind. I guess I just wanted to take some time to talk about that today. Let's sit down and talk about it, and let's go from there. Really is such a beautiful day. It's currently getting very cold here in New Zealand, so making sure to layer up. A lot of other people are layered up as well. Let's go find a seat. Do you mind if I sit here for a bit?
Me?
I just don't want to disturb you or something, you know what I mean? Awesome, bro. Thank you. Yo, so here we are again at the lovely park. I do really like recording here. It's very peaceful. Shout out to the guy that let me hijack his spot. I felt kind of bad. I walked around the park for like 20 minutes trying to find another bench, but this was the only one, and since then the sun has gone down. It's getting very cold. It's been a minute since I've been consistent on the channel and stuff like that. I addressed it in the last video, which you can watch here. To sort of summarize that video, I have been quite unwell. I've been really dealing with some anxiety and just all sorts of stuff, and it's been a bit difficult, but I've just got my phone with me. This is going to be a difficult video for me to stay on topic. So I wrote a lot of notes to make sure that I'd structure what I'm saying and that I can get through it and that you guys can understand what I'm talking about. Recently, I've been spending a lot of time alone with my partner being away and being really sick and not being at work and just dealing with the things that I've been dealing with. It's given me a lot of time to reflect and think about, what am I chasing? How happy am I? Do I feel a bit lost? Everything kept coming back to a central question, which was, what actually matters? What is life about for me? And I guess this is maybe something that people think about all the time, and maybe people have a pretty good grip on this stuff. I feel like I certainly don't, but there's the distractions of modern life with work and stress and your career and your money and everything like that. I got very burnt out, not just burnt out from work, but burnt out from my passions, my goals, just my overall everyday life. It was really hard to focus on things and to give every day a really earnest effort. I didn't really have any time to reflect on myself very much. For the time that I did have to reflect on myself, I felt like it was quite surface level. Things like trying to go to sleep earlier and eat better, and even running every day and stuff. All of that is like really great, but it didn't scratch the itch. I suppose really it was an itch that I didn't really know that I had. Following that, another thing that I found is, and this is quite hard for me to admit, I started feeling really lonely. And that wasn't just because I was by myself. I mean, just in general. There's a lot of things that I'm very open about, as you might be able to tell. My friends and people around me know me to be quite an open book. A lot of things that I won't admit to people, no matter how much of an open book I am, maybe in the fear of being judged or not being understood. I'm quite bad at communicating sometimes, so sometimes I'll try and admit something, or I'll try and share my thoughts, and maybe I'll say it the wrong way and they'll misinterpret it, and it just becomes an ugly conversation, maybe even a confrontation, and I'm not a very confrontational person, so I guess I kept a lot of things to myself. Over the course of this month and a half and asking these questions, I didn't know what to do. I just kept thinking about God, and I kept thinking about the people in my life that believe in God, maybe, or not necessarily go to church or believe in Jesus or Allah or whatever it might be, right? And I thought to myself, I wonder if they feel alone with their God at their back. So I started watching a lot of videos about people testifying to their experiences with God, and one thing that I found really interesting was just how much conviction they had, what they do, and their belief in themselves and their mission because someone had their back. They had made peace with themselves, with their shortcomings or their flaws. I just thought that was a really powerful thing. Now, for myself, I had been agnostic my whole life. I had struggled to believe in God or even the idea of having faith in a higher being because I had my own harsh experiences. So I think I sort of put God and everything on the back burner, and I didn't really think much of it. I never resented anyone or thought anyone was lesser for believing in God. In fact, I was always quite jealous of people that had faith or believed in God, much like I was very jealous of my close friends that had really strong families, because I didn't really, and I don't really have a strong father figure in my life. Me and my father and our relationship is quite bad. I would say we're more acquaintances than anything. And I suppose there's an interesting parallel there with people that call the Lord their father or their God the Father. And I just thought it was interesting that I don't really have a relationship with my father, and maybe there's a correlation there that I can't quite comprehend, right? You can see where I'm going with this. Like, my mind started building these connections and asking these questions, and normally I might think of something once and I'll just put it to bed because it's not important or I don't deem it as important, but these types of questions just keep coming up, and I keep thinking about God and I keep thinking about what does it mean, and it went back to that question, what is life about? What's really important here? With all of that in mind, I've been reading the Bible a little bit. I got some advice off people on YouTube about where to start, as I have no idea. I have attended church out of interest once with my close friend and his father at the time, and his brother actually. Shout out to the Stringers. At the time I didn't feel anything towards it, but I really had no idea where to start. So I got a Bible, started reading the Gospel of John and engrossing myself in that. I've really tried to go into it with an open mind and an open heart, because I'll be honest, when I sit down and I read the Bible and I read these passages, afterwards I pray, and I sincerely try to pray to God or to Jesus, and trying to say, at the moment, honestly, I don't believe. I really do want to believe. I actually really don't want to feel alone. I want to feel someone's got my back, like a father, like my father never really did. I want to be understood just like everyone else out there. I want to be accepted for the mistakes that I've made, and I want to be better than the mistakes I'm making today. And I want to be the person in my family's life that they can rely on, and I want to provide for my family, and I want to look after my family and my friends. So I really do mean it when I pray, genuinely am doing it with all my heart. It actually has been quite nice. Now, that being said, there is doubt. I would be lying to you if I told you that there wasn't. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. I think what's really been great on this journey is just finding the way myself. I'm really excited to see where it takes me. There is still so many questions that I have. I'm really hoping that those questions can be answered in some way. I am excited about learning about God, and I'm excited to learn from others about their experience with God. But yeah, I suppose I just wanted to share this with you guys because I think it's important to have the bravery to talk about how you feel and to seek help and to be yourself. Even recording these videos, I get quite tense sometimes. I'm in a really busy park. There's people playing with their dogs and everything like that. Even that in itself has been quite refreshing, to come out here and put myself out of my comfort zone and talk about these things in an open setting. Point is, I think it's really important to be yourself, to share your feelings, and if you need help, express it. So I guess this video is just me doing that. I've been going through a hard time, and I'm really struggling with ideas of identity and belief and what life means, and learning about what I was put on this earth to do. I know that this may have been a bit of a messy conversation, but I just really wanted to come out here and talk about that. It's getting really dark now, as you may or may not be able to tell. My camera's quite good actually, it looks quite nice out here, but it is very cold. I need to get out of here, so let me pack up real quick. Whew, it's cold. Thank you guys for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. I'm very thankful to everyone that watches these videos. You do definitely give me a lot of purpose, and I know that might sound a bit corny or silly. This year has honestly been one of the best years of my life so far, even with all the ups and downs and the challenges that there's been. And I guess in the spirit of the video, I thank God for that. I thank my friends, my family, my partner, the love of my life, and to everyone that watches these videos and supports me in doing so. Anyway, until next time, guys, take it easy. Ciao, ciao.